Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's True City Fan here, Patrick. Today I decided to do a transfer business, sort of a transfer room video. And this is obviously about Harry Kane, one of the best strikers in the world, regardless whatever people say. It was reported. It was reported a day ago by Fabrizio Romano that Harry Kane's desire to leave Tottenham is confirmed. He has not handed a transfer request, but he hopes to find a solution. But he also said that Tottenham have no intention of selling. No surprise there. Man City are seriously interested and planning to open talks. A lot of people I have seen on Twitter saying, no, we don't need Harry Kane. He's not going to change anything. That's a lie. Everybody right now, any team right now would say yes to Harry Kane. Harry Kane will change any team in the top six, even any team in the bottom six. Even if a team is in the championship, if you send Harry Kane there, he's going to change the team. Even teams like Barcelona and Madrid would be happy to have Harry Kane. So if Man City are looking to bring Harry Kane to the Etihad, that would be the best replacement for Aguero, because look at his goals, look at his stats. If you look at his stats right here, it's going to come up on the screen. These are amazing numbers. Not a lot of strikers in the world right now are bringing up numbers like this. So regardless you have an agenda against Harry Kane or you don't really want Harry Kane, he would still be an amazing addition to this Man City team. Also, if you think about it, we miss a lot of penalties in our team. Harry Kane is very good at penalties. His penalty ratio conversion is very good. Apart from that, he scores wonderful goals from different places, goals from different angles, different type of goals, amazing goals. To be honest with you, he's been carrying Spurs for the past years. Even this season, he's changed his game. Under Jose Mourinho, who, believe it or not, even though you can hate him, has brought something out of Kane. Kane right now is sitting with the highest assists and highest goals in the league. And when he drops back and feeds the ball to the attackers or joins into the play, he's been very amazing. So we can't sit here and pretend as if Harry Kane shows up at the Etihad, we're all going to boo him or we're going to say, oh, we should have got somebody else. I know most of you guys are crying for Haaland, but you've seen the request from Haaland's camp. They want 20 grand for the father. They want 20 grand for the agent, and his agent is a bit of trouble. You know that. And Dortmund say they're not selling. So I'm going to just read a few things that obviously I have seen this morning, which are interesting, which shows that maybe it's true that Harry Kane is actually thinking of leaving Tottenham. Apart from that, also, if you watch the video or if you watched the clip they showed on Sky Sports, or if you watched the Tottenham match yesterday, he went around the ground to sort of say thank you to the fans, and you could see in his face that this guy is fed up and he's very emotional, and it looks like he's saying goodbye. So here are a few lines from Fabrizio Romano this morning on Twitter, and these are based off the interview he had with Gary Neville. This interview, the short clip of the interview is on the Sky Sports website, but they say tomorrow the full interview will be out. So here's what Romano wrote. Harry Kane about his future. I think there's a definite conversation to be had. He's talking about Daniel Levy and him. It's a moment where I have to reflect and have a conversation with the chairman. I hope we have a good relationship after 16 years, and I hope we can have an honest conversation. So basically, you can see Harry Kane is actually thinking of leaving, and obviously it depends on the club to let him go because he's got 3 years on his contract. But he believes that as he's been a loyal servant for Spurs for 16 years, and he believes that the chairman respects him that much, for them two to sit down and have a conversation, which is an honest conversation, as he said, they'll come up with a solution. So he also says, when asked about his future again and if he feels that he has to move on, he said, I don't know. I mean, he might want to sell me. He's talking about Daniel Levy, the chairman. He might be thinking, if I could get 100 million for you, then why not? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's talking to Gary Neville. I'm not going to be worth that in 2 or 3 years. This is what he told Gary Neville during the interview that's going to be released tomorrow on Sky Sports. He goes on to say, I want to play the Champions League. Currently, right now, as we see it, Spurs are not in the Champions League and they're struggling to even get into Europa. I'm not desperate to do anything. I want to be playing in the biggest games. I know a lot of people are saying, he's saying he's not desperate. Harry Kane doesn't seem like somebody who can push him move. Look, Harry Kane is a professional. He's very respectful, as you can see. You can see he's a respectful guy, captain of England. He looks like he handles himself well. He keeps his status very high profile and professional. So I think he wouldn't come out and say, I want to get out of Spurs. So he's been respectful to the Spurs fans, and he's also been respectful to his contract and also been respectful to himself as a professional footballer. I have said it before. I would never say I would stay at Spurs for the rest of my life. That's a good hint. He's trying to say, look, I never said I'll stay here for the rest of my life. I just left it open. I would never say I would leave Spurs either. So he's trying to say he would never push for an exit or try force one. But he also says, I never promise that I will leave Spurs. So he's trying to just leave it open there. Obviously trying to keep things safe before he talks to the chairman. Look, all these things are pointing that it might be time for Harry Kane to move on. And if Man City are interested, I'm 100% behind that. Even if we have to scoff out 120 million. Look, he's worth it. He might be 28. People might talk about injuries, but still, this is a guy who's going to get you 30 goals plus. Whether you like it or not, Delap is not ready. He will be training the first team next season, but he's not ready. Whether you like it or not, I don't think Jesus from nowhere is going to show up and start bagging 30 goals or start bagging goals or assists that Harry Kane has. Right now, he's got the most assists in front of Fernandes, Kevin De Bruyne, Grealish, and Heung-Min Min. He's got 13. Fernandes has got 12. De Bruyne has got 11. And this is a striker. He's got 22 goals, heading 22 goals right now. Imagine him with De Bruyne feeding him. Imagine how many goals he's going to score. And during the interview on Sky with Gary Neville, he says he's got the ambition to be one of the best, to reach Messi and Ronaldo levels. I know, obviously, he's 28 right now. People will be like, oh, no, he won't. Harry Kane also has got the most shots. He's got 134 shots right now. Fernandes has got 121, Sarr 120, 97. If you look at that list, he is one of the best, or not the best, players in the league. So I don't know why people are saying they don't need him, but it would be a good addition to City. City need a clinical striker. We've been complaining every season, even the seasons we've been scoring a lot of goals. We know there's chances where De Bruyne passes to one of our players and they miss. And sometimes when teams sit back, we always struggle. We need somebody there. We need a vocal point. And Harry Kane can be that focal point with his height and goal scoring and the way he's very clinical. So look, let's see how it goes. I don't like speculating a lot, but I saw this was getting interesting because Fabrizio Romano is one of the most trusted transfer gurus out there. So let's see how this goes. If Harry Kane wants to leave and he convinces Daniel Levy to let him go, he says 100 million. I know it's not going to be 100 million. I know Levy is going to start at 150 and negotiations might take the prices down. But if we get Harry Kane, I'll be happy. There will be no complaints. Okay, guys, that's my transfer video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like me to continue making transfer videos, I will continue. Tell me in the comments down below. And thank you for everybody who's supporting the channel. We are now at 85. I hope to get to 100 by the end of next month or by the end of the week. You never know. Look, let's finish the season strong. congrats to Diaz for winning the FWA Player of the Season award. And hopefully he wins the UEFA Defender award and we win the Champions League on the 29th. Okay, come on, City.